It's time to learn about secretions and what the stomach does to food. We will examine our excretions, and everybody knows that's rude. It's time to learn our body functions and which eruption stinks the most. We hope that you don't lose your luncheon. It's time to learn what's gross.
Hello. Lawrence Lick, attorney at law, here for the publishers of this product. Due to the necessary and obvious gross nature of this product, a lawyerly-like disclaimer is prudent and a benefit to all. Warning. If you are a faint-of-heart, weak-kneed, teary-eyed, lily-livered, fraidy-cat, mommy, I think I'm gonna puke kind of biology wannabe, just attach a barf bag to your shirt now. The publishers take no responsibility for your obvious and predictable discomfort. Since you accept full responsibility for your own foreseeable discomfort, sign the disclaimer and release form here by using the keyboard. This will be your user login name and will be added to our list of current approved applicants. If you see your name on the list already, just click it now and my assistant will activate your file and get your barf bag ready. Thank you for your attention. Please enter your name using the keyboard. Thank you.
Hi, and welcome to a GC9x Plays. As you can clearly see here, we are playing Grossology, a game that is, well, I hope you didn't start this video eating, because this is not a pleasant game. It is probably one of the most deliberately visually gross games I've ever
Please enter your
seen.
name using the
I'm
keyboard.
KaL,
Thank you.
and with me today,
I'm concerned, and I'm also Abominator.
I'm speechless, and by speechless I mean Mr. Argent.
so yeah, this is how the game begins. It is a multimedia center sort of game, so you get a login. I believe it was actually sort of made for schools. So I've put a name in here, and I think in the
Please
theme
enter
for
your
this
name
game,
using
this
the
name's
keyboard.
actually a
Thank
perfectly
you.
reasonable one, so we'll hit OK.
Thank you. A fresh barf bag is waiting for you at the door.
Welcome to the University of Registered Grossologists, or for short, you are gross. Let me see now. Oh yeah, here you are on the roster. We've been waiting for you. Oh wait, who am I? I'm Gingivitis, your host, guide, counselor, nurse, father, mother, sister, mailman, mechanic, ballerina, tax collector, janitor, uncle, and just plain all-around cool cat. And it's my job to not only make sure that you have the grossest of fun times, but after you barf, you'll need someone to help you clean it up. Now, the purpose of our little university here is to explain and explore the human body and some of its functions, the ones that are really gross, disgusting, putrid, nasty, and vomitous. You know, to really check it out, you gotta jump in there and get your hands covered in goo. It's mind-numbing how cool scabs and wounds are, or how disgustingly fascinating poop and diarrhea can be. So, if you have your barf bags, no sharing. Let's get ready to get grossed out! On this body map are 11 different Grossology labs you can go to. You can get a specialist's Grossology Certificate of Achievement from any particular lab to impress your friends and gross out your folks. After you've gone to every lab getting all your specialized certificates, you can apply to become a full-fledged, card-carrying, registered grossologist. Just think of the prestige, the compliments, the job offers. Oh, sorry, wait a minute. That was the description from another university. Anyway, besides all of the barfing and being grossed out, we here at You Are Gross like to play games, and in each lab there's a very, very cool game. To get to the game, though, you'll first need to fill that head bone of yours with some cool facts from the lab you're in. To get to a game, go to that particular lab first, then click the game icon. I'll ask you a quick question from that lab. You get it right, and voila! You're in, playing the game. But for now, let's get started. Go ahead and pick a lab and get ready to be totally grossed out!
So, that is about the best explanation I can give you for this game without saying a single thing at all. Let's go to the credits. I always like to start with the credits. Hey, you know, these are such tasteful...
Sorry for you, I hope the nausea stops. cookies, baby, out of mine. Yes, I'm a sympathetic heaver. Keep your route to yourself. If you're gonna need a bucket, better get in line.
Got me a shirt on the closet shelf, so stiff with sweat it stands by itself.
Well, I don't really like country music, so we can stop talking now.
Yeah.
You guys feeling this blunt face? I hope I can get it somewhere.
I bet this must be somewhere in some CD of clip art somewhere in Staples or something. They still sell those, I wonder?
Do they just, they might sell online. So yeah, this is,
Wait.
a lot of people are involved in
Appaloosa?
this.
Appaloosa? Like the guys who made those terrible mid-90s 3D Contra games?
Yeah, I expect so. They did a lot of games, these guys.
Oh, boy.
They also did the Echo the Dolphin games, so it used to be No Betrayed.
So, from the people that bought you Echo the Dolphin, this.
Oh, someday I'll chuck down a soda, and my cheeks will swell out.
That's all there is to it.
And I'll let out a
Wow, right? I mean, can you do better than this? The font is, like, literally shit, and, it's a toilet, and the song is about toilets and going to the toilet.
3 hours in a car, not an exit in sight. I'm gonna...
And there's the extended fart noise.
On this
Superb.
bottom map are 11 different Grossology labs you can go to. You can get a specialist's Grossology certificate.
So, yeah, you can visit their website if you want. You can't, because I don't think it exists anymore, but you could. Let's return to the main hall. Let's get into the game itself. Let's start with... Oh, I don't want to start with Zitz, I don't think. No. Zitz is not the one we want to start with. Let's start with Boogers and Snot.
Oh.
Boogers and snot, one of my favorite foods. Subjects. Germs can enter your
Also, this
respiratory
woman
system
is the
through your
grossest
nose,
woman
and they can
alive.
actually start to grow there. When they start to grow, you get a cold. Let's go check out more
She's
stuff about the
somebody's
nose.
fetish. That's all I can say about her.
Something about the way this woman is
Welcome
animated
to the Boogers
disturbs
and
me a little.
Snot Lab. I bet you've been getting ready for this by picking your nose all day, huh? Okay, well, why don't you wipe your finger off and chew that last little bit of booger up? Because here we go! In this lab, you're going to see and discover the booger and snot factory in your schnoz and how boogers are manufactured. And that's not all either. Let's begin by meeting
think
our
I
first
regret asking
subject.
you to play this.
Subject.
Yes, we
Shirley
should point out that
Snodgrass
Bob
from
here requested this
Schenectady.
game.
Well, oh my, will you get a load of the booger box on Shirley? Jeez, Shirley, did you park your Cadillac in there or what? I bet Shirley here knows that about 1 in every 5 people is allergic to something which may cause them to sneeze or sniffle. Things like dust or pollen that cause allergic reactions are called allergens. The air
You
we
haven't
breathe
picked
is
it up yet?
filled with all
This
kinds
game
of stuff,
actually is
like
teaching
dust,
you.
grit, bacteria, pollen, soot, even sand. Shirley here is an expert on what happens when dust and grit go up your schnoz.
Oh, yeah, it becomes nose garbage or boogers. Like Ginger said, we breathe all kinds of things up our noses every day. And one of the many jobs of the nose is to clean itself out, Nose hairs, called vibrissae, are the first cleaners of dirty air that get sucked in. A sticky liquid called mucus or snot, it coats these hairs. And when bits of dirt and other stuff get trapped in the hairs, they are surrounded by the nose snot. All the sticky trap stuff, it clumps together little by little until a big booger is formed. And these newly formed boogers, they stick around, until you blow them out or you breathe them in or you pick at them. And probably have them for lunch if you're anything like Ginger.
Well, okay, Shirley. Thanks for the interesting insight and unsolicited personal commentary on my eating habits. If you want to make some boogers of your own and experiment with the process of booger making, you can drag things around on the poster. After you've made some cool boogers, you can stick them all around the place, just like you do at home. Want to hear more on boogers and snot? Click on Shirley. And if you would really like to deeply explore the inner workings of the nose, click on the brain at the bottom of the chalkboard. Have fun. All this talk of boogers has made me hungry. Later.
Yes. So I do want to point out that I do think this game is actually remarkably well made. Can we do something with the poster? Oh, there we go. We can.
So is the educational content any good?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm not an expert on what teaches kids, but there you go. A little bit of a nose action. There's this cat. You can't do anything with it, but it's there. You've got this brain. So let's click the is it a Jewish stereotype at the moment? That's extremely offensive, isn't it? I think it must be. I'm from.
This game seems to have a lot of those.
I'm from Australia, so I don't know what's a stereotype for America, but I'll click on Ginger and she can talk to us.
Your nose does such a good job of cleaning that your nasal area is actually one of the cleanest parts of your body.
And we'll click her again.
Some people like me, they have runny noses most of the time because of allergies. You know, common things like dust and pollen and animal fur. It causes our bodies to give off a chemical that orders the nose to make more mucus, and it blocks off our sinuses with swelling.
So you can click her, so I think several more times. I don't know how much dialogue she has. So we'll go to the exploratory lab. And it's kind of like a cutaway thing.
Mucous membrane, a bunch of cells with snot-producing glands.
And you can, click the various parts of the nose, so it will teach you a little bit about the nose.
Adenoids, filters located at the
in general,
end of
the
the
information they give seems decent, or decent, but then again, I don't really have much more of a cursory, or much more than a cursor grasp on this kind of thing myself.
For a primary school level aim, seems like a pretty good
eustachian tube. The tube that connects the throat to your middle ear.
Presents the information in a way that's pertinent to the audience.
Yeah, like a nice cast of characters.
Oh, gross me out.
So, but
interesting presentation.
It's factoids. Yeah, you can click factoids and it will give you more gross information, or just general information about your nose, It's some detailed, actually pretty good information, I think. Probably, well, no citations, so don't ask me where they got all their information from. Let me go back to class lab. And if we...
Well, now
what's the, no, we want the,
Did you know that the nostrils...
You got a notepad here, and you can type things. You can type, like, snot comes from the nose, and, click preview. And it won't show a preview because I don't have a printer enabled. But you can write print. There's a preview of the many things that we're gonna look at in this game. Developers Lab, which I think this lets you make like a full printing thing. It even has clipart, which you can put around. This is not super relevant. I just kind of got stuck on the side here, but you can make like a kind of pseudo presentation if you like. Can you do more than one clipart? I don't really know. But yeah, it was like this presentation sort of software, which is nice. Let's go back to I think we've gone to the wrong one. Go back to the main hall. No spoilers.
I love that lab. Which
back
brings
to
to
boogers
mind
and snot. Because we haven't clicked the game
boogers
yet.
and snot.
So let's go to the game.
Snot is a...
And this is what they do. They lock off the game with a question. So you're supposed to actually learn the information. Unfortunately, they didn't really want to lock the game off that strictly, so they just let you guess, basically.
I've got a horrible ruddy nose. I'm not sure if it's allergies, hay fever, a cold, or what. Your job is to keep the snot out of my mouth. Use the tissue, but look out, because it starts to get smaller as time goes on.
So, this is the snot game. The game variety in this mixes between surprisingly good to, this. I mean, this is one of the lower quality games. You just do this. I'm controlling this with the mouse, and you catch snot in the tissue. Fantastic. This will surely be the Citizen Kane of video games. Rosebud.
Indeed, it will.
Yeah, so...
Rosebud frozen peas.
So, yeah, you can see the tissue gets smaller and the mucus falls faster. This is a great example of the bad games in the set, because there is like 8 or 9 games, so a few of them are absolute stinkers.
This just makes me want to play Gaboom more than anything.
The music has started, and I believe it's the Tiny Toons theme. Unfortunately, if you're aware, I have kind of a MIDI problem that sometimes causes MIDIs to buzz. You can hear it right now. So, sorry about that. But not all the games in this do it. I'll just let her become really disgusting and gross.
I know you like boogers in your mouth, but I don't. Give me a hand, huh? I mean to kiss you, and keep the boogers out of my mouth.
If you're the kind of person that gets squeamish easy, I can't imagine this is, comfortable. Especially with the buzzing. And then she vomits on the screen. Wonderful.
Wow, now that was some serious nose wiping.
Yeah.
You will be remembered as the
That's
great
great.
nose wiper.
Anonymous got
Boy,
0.
will your
No one
mom
bothered to
be
play this game.
proud.
Let's quit. Let's go back to the lab.
Oh yeah, it becomes nose garbage or boogers.
Alright,
Like Ginger
back we
said,
go.
you know, we breathe all kinds of things.
I can't really see this showing up in a school, to be
The
honest.
best
I mean,
way to prevent colds is to
I
wash your
think a
hands
lot
and
of
keep them
parents
away
who
from your...
actually cared that their kids playing had
Spitty
issues.
saliva,
all
cool!
the
Hey,
content.
here's one for you.
Yeah, this is one of
Believe it
those
or not,
games
your
that feels
salivary
like a
glands
great
start
idea on
working as soon as
paper,
you smell
but
food.
I don't know how many
It's a
schools
mental
would have
response,
stopped it.
which helps food to be quickly digested as soon as you pop it into your mouth. And once you do pop it into your mouth, then the spit really dumps.
You know, every tragedy has a silver lining, even mine. I learned so much about myself and about gross things like spit and saliva. Like spit, it does more than just help you eat and swallow.
I don't know if
It
it's an
also keeps your lips
extremely
moist
adult
and
joke that the
slippery so you
professional
can
homecoming
talk.
queen knows
Just
about
think,
spitting.
it also helps you to smile. Oh, if you like that, you should have seen me in the Judges Can Be Bought pageant.
So she doesn't get a proper introduction from the Ginger character.
Hey,
we
y'all,
screwed it
be
up by skipping
careful.
it, but that's
I
fine.
know it's hard when you're blinded by my beauty and all. Anyway,
Let's
more
feed this guy here. And he spits after he eats. That's great. Great. There's a chicken, you know, some sort of day? I don't know. We'll click the exploratory lab again. You get the mouth cut away. Some nice vague bits and pieces here. Let's just skip to the game. I don't know how much more everyone's going to be able to take of this particular game.
in
Saliva
closing,
helps the tongue to form food into a bowl or bolus. Anyone want to take a guess? Because
Nah, there are more digestion-friendly forms food can
Okay.
take than a ball.
we're going
Yeah, I'd
false.
say false.
And it was wrong. It's actually true.
Thank you. You're too
Sweet, it
No,
doesn't
it
matter.
just says
Just
try
follow.
again, and you get to guess again. They're not trying to lock off the game content effectively.
frightening truth about what makes our
Fortunately,
celebrity guest
I'm gonna have
like
to
a
drop
Saint
the
Bernard on a hot summer's
the
day.
audio out here.
But first,
if I
let's
can.
meet our guest. Okay.
Buzz, 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 buzz. I think I can turn up the volume. Yes, I can. Wow. Even the smallest amount of volume causes the buzzing. Alright, we'll leave the volume.
Without
Yeah,
sound
I
effects
believe
or
so.
MIDI. Ugh.
Or at least whatever. It's this company. It's a lot of these media games use a particular format which doesn't agree. So what you're supposed to do here, if I remember correctly, is you have to line up the foods to find her favorite food. What is it, like Mastermind, I think, is the name of the thing? You know, where you're just trying to effectively determine by picking the same things to try and find the correct number of things to select. So I'll just guess, and hopefully we can get the number. Okay, so it looks like we might have been right with the mayonnaise and the cheese. So let's just click, click, click. Oh, mayonnaise and cheese. Hold on. That. No, we're still 3, so I can't skip any of this. You have to watch the whole thing each time. Let's give this another shot. So what was that, 3? Presumably means that she doesn't like the mustard, so let's try that. No, we're still got 3. Oh, what have I done? I have confused myself, but it's fine. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I have no idea
you
what
have
I'm
to
trying to do here.
find the 4 foods that she likes by process of elimination. By adding and subtracting the food that she likes from by working out the things that she likes. So she doesn't be there. Cross reference that she does like cheese. I don't think it's the lettuce that she doesn't like. I think I just guessed the same thing, didn't I? Yes. I think I ran out of guesses though. Or do I have more? I have more. Guess at random here. If this is still 3. So I don't know. I have confused myself. I've never been overly good at these. Sort of eliminate the variable, find the food that is preferred. What have I done? Oh, maybe she doesn't like cheese. Let me get rid of the cheese. No, I think she likes the cheese. But I think I'm out of guesses. Or I just keep guessing. I don't know.
I wonder, is there a name this kind of puzzle? Because I've
as I
seen
said,
it before.
if there's a board game or a game called like Mastermind or something, and it's very similar to that. Okay, so she probably doesn't like I don't think she likes this thing. I think she does like avocado. Oh, I ran out. It's a new one. I really can't bother to play more of this. It's not worth it. You know. We'll go to a different game. Go back to the lab. Oh, we won't go back to the lab. Oh, there we go. Just had to click it. Didn't enjoy me turning off the audio, I'll tell you that.
A really, really bad pus-filled zit is called a cyst. Cysts can be large and painful, so there is something worse than getting a pimple. Hey, has anyone seen my rubber gloves and tweezers? I've got this huge throbbing zit on the tip of my nose. I mean, I look like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer over here. Now, I'm not trying to slam Rudolph or anything. You know, it's a real drag when you got a zit like his that glows and stuff. But I'm working on a beacon of my own here. That's why I'm so glad that we have got someone here today who knows everything there is about zits, pimples, and acne. Hey, Rocky, get in here. Yow! And I thought I had an acne problem. Geez, by the looks of your acne, I'd say you've been eating cheeseburgers and greasy french fries all week. Oh, wait, I got it. Maybe you're down to crate of chocolate. Or maybe it's all that hair.
Hey, man! Pimples aren't caused by food or candy or even hair in your face. No, mijo! Don't you know?
Should I be offended right
Zits
now?
are
Do you
mainly
think
caused
it-
by a combination of dead
This game isn't very
skin
kind to
cells
anybody,
and
is it?
What, it's like a
pores and
greasy
skin
Mexican? Is that
oils
where they're
and
going with this character?
bacteria. Oh, yeah. I mean, I know all about zits and pimples, man. When I was a teenager, I had all
Like, the
sorts of
nose
zits
I wasn't
all
really
over
sure,
my
but
head.
this I am a...
Oh, it was disgusting. You could squeeze my head and boom, I blow up on you, baby.
Yeah, but isn't it a fact that
Peaches.
zits, blackheads, pimples, and cysts are most common in teenagers because their bodies are changing so fast that their body chemicals are going wild
I
and
mean,
making
on the upside,
huge
he's a
amounts of
pretty
skin
cool-looking
oils
guy.
or sebum.
Yeah, it's all true, man. But I'm telling you, I got so many zits once.
I mean,
my
that's a pretty
whole
nice jacket,
head
yeah,
blew
but,
up. Oh man, all
uh,
over the teacher. It was disgusting.
Your whole head blew up?
Okay, but it felt like it did.
Okay, Rocky, thanks for that wonderful little over-exaggerated anecdote. From now on, just stick with the facts, okay? If you want to make some zits for yourself,
Okay, I
just
can't
check out
take
the
any more
demonstration
gold
poster
ginger here.
behind us.
So, there you go. That's it.
Yeah.
Fantastic. There's another kind of zit. Fantastic. That was a lot of fun. Now we can take this goop and, you know, put the goop somewhere. Why did we move that? Whatever. Doesn't matter. That's this guy. Click him.
Hey, check this out. What's the largest organ in the human body, man? The heart? No! The stomach? Not even, man. The intestines? Be for real. Check it out. It's the skin, man. Cool, huh? I got all kinds of stuff like that.
And, interestingly, they didn't go with a face for this one. It's just a sort of cutaway. That just shows you the sort of cutaway of some skin and the various components. And again, you know, decent information.
In the dermis,
You can click the highlighted text and it will bring into this details.
Your deep skin that you can't see, where the sweat
And
glands, the hair
Rocky
roots,
talks
and
to you,
new
which is
skin
nice.
hang out.
There's a lot of
hair bulb.
Macro.
there's a
Saliva,
lot
taste
of
buds,
little bits of
round
information in
teeth,
here.
tongue, tonsil, trach,
So let's
Ureter.
urethra. Yes,
uvula.
excellent. Let's take a step back. Now, this game is well, once
Okay,
we find out what
one-
cerebellum is, sebum. Sebum is made by, well, let's go with the Vegas glands. Yeah.
Hey man, zits
So you get-
or
only get so
acne
many
or
guesses when you
pimples,
just-
You can
hey,
just
call it
match
what
it.
you
I
will,
think
they're
they
still
just assumed
gross,
that
you know?
kids were just
The
gonna cheat
combination
anyway.
of dead
Yeah.
skin cells, pores, skin oils, and bacteria
So what he's
is the
explaining
sure
here
shot
is,
recipe for zits, man.
how to play this game,
Oh,
but I
and
don't think I'm
speaking
gonna
of
need
shot,
it, 'cause
here's
I
your
am
big chance to launch
really
zits
good
onto the faces of your
at
favorite
video games. So
or
let's,
your least favorite.
let's select your sucker. Which character do we want to play as? Should we play as Rocky, the prom queen, Gingivitis, I don't remember Batface guy's name here, or the greasy Mexican, because that's, yeah, great. Well done. Anyone got a preference here for their character? Because I'm just going to pick the Mexican. And my opponent will be, let's pick the gross lady. So, this, in case you can't quite tell yet, is actually kind of a Puyo Puyo sort of thing.
Very considering who developed this.
Except it's I think it's reverse columns. It's all based on diagonals and lines, I believe. Oops.
This seems like this would probably be like the best game in here.
It more or less is, because it is a completely competent, sort of puzzle game thing going on. And it's 2-player. I don't quite know how to set up 2 players, but it says it's 2-player, and I have no reason to doubt that. I think you just have to press the 2-player button or something. As I said, there might be music, but it could break my MIDI. I seem to remember having pretty decent music, so we'll see if we can fix that after this round. I see the AI is not putting up much of a fight. I think there might be difficulty settings though, so we'll check that once we've beaten the AI here. Oh, a white one. Yes, that's right. Is this a... Oh, it's like a bomb. It's not the power block diamond from Puzzle Fighter. You'll also notice that there's a couple of graphics going on here. The closer you get to the top, the more pimples your character gets, I believe. And the pimple at the very top gets closer to exploding. So, you know, gotta maintain that gross quota. Very important that it's just
Arbitrarily
unrepentantly,
gross.
yeah, like. But you know, kids like I think I might get beaten by the AI. I just keep getting the trash. Not helping here. Oh, he returned to sender everything. Ah, crap. My keyboard is sticking a bit. I have a lot of problems with some of these multimedia games. So I keep dropping things in the wrong place.
No, you didn't win this one. Try again.
Great. So let's check this. Yeah, so there's easy, medium, and hard. Oh good, the music works. Sweet.
Oh, cool.
The MIDI hasn't broken yet. That's nice. And it's very nice, very maxi sort of SimCity style MIDI tone here. Really nice. How many of you, I wonder, said this morning to themselves, you know what I want to do today? I want to watch someone play reverse columns with pimples. Reverse or inverse? I'm not quite sure.
I think this might be inverse, I'm not sure though.
But you know, I genuinely like this music, it's really pleasant. Got the right amount of 90s sort of funk to it. Ah, damn it, keyboard's stuck. So the responsiveness could be better, but other than that, it's well, it's a perfectly competent puzzle to have received. Yeah, I think it probably might only have one song, so I'm sure it would get annoying eventually. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I'm not overwhelmingly good at this particular kind of puzzle game, and I'm certainly not better at it when it's you know, upside down. It doesn't improve my...
Yeah, this sort of thing's really hard to be good at.
Like Magical Drop, but, you know, more confusing. Also, when you flip the pieces, they have a habit of going to the side. See, they kind of jump a little bit. Which is, not ideal, but... You know, can't complain. There's plenty of games on this disc, and this is one of the better ones. And, you know, if I was trying to convince your parents to get you a... If you were gonna get stuck with an educational game, I don't know how many ones were much better than this when this one came out. This is 96, 97. When was Legend of the Zoombinis? Because I know that one was rather popular and well done.
I can check.
That might have been 97 as well, I think, or around then. I'm gonna get defeated by the easy AI again.
Moby Game says 96.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I wasn't entered into a Grossology contest, because I am gonna get my ass kicked. Oh, I got the white thing. Sweet. So we can keep playing this game, and you can keep being annoyed at my performance. Bow, 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 bow. Yeah, I fluked it. Man, I have got a lot of trash on my screen now. These puzzle games are always difficult when you end up with more trash on your screen than not. And, you know, when you have no idea how to play this kind of game properly, you tend to fail. Which is what I'm doing. Yeah, sometimes it moves, when I press the keyboard, like left or right, it moves 2, and sometimes it moves 1. It could be a frame issue. I guess on the upside, the AI puts up a good fight. Hey, we did it! I win! I am the greatest.
Good job! Hey, you win!
Nice.
Now,
Time
time
to go to the next game, then. Let's get away from this. As much as I enjoy the music, let's go back to the lab and move to the next stereotype.
Quick, name the largest organ in your body. Nope. It's not your heart, or lungs, or liver,
And
or brain.
saliva.
It is your skin.
Burps and bleaches. Delicious.
Cool, burps and belches. Did you know that burping has 2 steps? First, the cardiac sphincter relaxes and the gas enters the
I
esophagus.
really did
Then,
need her to
the
hear
upper
her say the
esophageal
phrase
sphincter
cardiac
relaxes and
sphincter.
allows the air in the esophagus
Ah.
to pass through the throat.
Yeah, I thought I
and out
misheard
the
that
mouth.
for a second. I mean, cardiac
It's an
sphincter?
accurate terminology. Just really didn't want to hear her use the word sphincter.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure she'll use it again.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah.
What? Come on, that was just my personal standing ovation to the cafeteria cooks.
They're
I
coming on
compliment
the wall
chef of the meal
sphincters.
just like the ancient Romans by ripping out a huge wet burp. Back then, burping was considered a compliment to the chef. It conveyed that you thought the food was so excellent that you scarfed more than your share. Pretty cool, huh? Too bad here in the good old US of A, it's still considered bad form to blow
she
the
just make
cook
fun
over
of
with
the
a
US
fresh
of A?
fat belly burp.
This won't stand.
Speaking of bad form, let's get our lab sucker, subject out here. His name is Daryl, and he is a delivery dude for
Send in
Burps
the
R Us
Doomsday
Deli.
Squad.
Daryl knows all about burps and belches because he is our very own You Are Gross campus champion of burp opera and burp special effects.
Right.
Let's hear it for Daryl. And here is our
I'm
very
not
own
quite
maestro
sure what
of them all,
Daryl's supposed to be, but he
Okay,
also disgusts
thank you,
me.
Daryl. Well, to find out lots of cool stuff and to hear Daryl play his burp songs,
Oh,
give him
yeah.
a click. If you want to create
I
some hot,
definitely wanted to
steamy
hear
burps,
Daryl
just
play
check
his
out the
burp
interactive
songs.
demo behind me. Or if you're ready to check out Daryl's stomach up close and personal, click on the brain icon.
We'll make this guy drink.
Him and his bizarrely structured face.
Just clicking.
Like, did you know that, that everyone burps?
Is he one of the
Yeah,
characters
like
from
every
Top
living
Cat?
person
I can't pick his
burps about
voice.
15 times a day. Probably like 'cause it feels so
Like, I'm
good.
pretty sure there's a Hanna-Barbera character with this guy's exact voice.
Dogs burp after they eat just like we do. Cows also burp. The burps from a single cow from one day could fill up 2 refrigerators full of burp gas. It's true.
I'm not quite quite hearing Top Cat.
Not Top Cat himself, one of the characters from it.
I'm hearing more Barney the Dinosaur than anything.
Alright, well, we can go with Barney. Let's, click...
I'm not sure what that says about me, but...
Duodenum, the beginning of the small intestine, where the acids from your stomach
Okay,
are
there's some good
changed to
information in
become
here. You can learn about
neutral.
the small intestine if you want. But we're so sick of learning. Let's get to the game. Actually, this game's really boring.
Did you know that you're...
Living person burps about 15 times a day. Whatever. The answer is true. Please don't count.
Hello there. Welcome to Little Gaseous
So,
Grotto
this is,
Swamplands
crap.
National Park. I'm
just
Mortimer.
gonna skip
Now,
it.
player number 1, you're up.
It's a Simon game. Oh, I didn't see what character burped. Yeah, alright. It's Simon, but with burps. I mean, you didn't ask for it, but that's what you get. Kill me now.
I like how that fog's just totally still, like never blinking, never actually doing anything. It's almost like the frog's as sick of these two shenanigans as you are.
Click, 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 click.
Is it playing Yankee Doodle Dandy?
Whatever, I got the thing wrong. Yeah, you got all these other characters. The frog can burp, the bulldog burps, the tree burps if you wanted to. I have no idea. It might be playing Yankee Doodle Dandy, whatever. I'm not playing any more of that game. I despise Simon games, and it's not improved with burping, so I am jumping out of that
Hey, I
game
bet you're one of the
unbelievably
talented
fast.
ones.
You can't stop me. I'm gonna click Campus Map. Interestingly, it has another map thing, which lets you move to more of a general overview, where you can see the different characters that we've seen already, and the characters that we're not quite up to yet. So, who have we not done yet? We haven't done Scabs, and we haven't done Poo Poo Pinball. That's, yeah. So we'll get to those. Right, let's click this guy, because this is probably the most offensive part of the game, so we'll, oh wait, this is not, oh, we're gonna skip the character, because we went straight to the game. We'll go back to the character after I show you the game. The kidney is often being described as shaped like what? Well, probably a kidney bean. That's actually pretty easy.
Do you have any idea what an internal sphincter is? It's
And
a
this
tiny
guy
muscle
says
at the
internal
bottom of your
sphincter.
bladder. This muscle contracts to help you keep all the pee in your bladder. And when it's time to go, it relaxes, making an opening which leads to the external sphincter,
I really
which
wanted to
also
use the word
relaxes,
sphincter.
letting that pee flow right out of your body. Well, now that you know that, maybe you can help me. This is what my bladder looks like from the inside. Can you make a path from my urethra to my pee-pee hole using these tiles? Sure, that's easy. But can you do it before
wait.
my bladder fills totally up and my internal and external sphincters relax and I pee all over myself? Well, can you? Can you?
This guy seems
Give it
too
a shot
excited
then,
to the
quick!
prospect of pissing his pants. So, yeah, this is, you know, it's a pipe dream. Pipe dream.
Pipe dream.
I'm not sure I like this new direction Bioshock's going in.
Yeah.
Pipe dream, except you basically have to guess at random.
Yeah, it's a pipe dream, but there's no preview. You don't get to know what pieces are coming up. Which is less than ideal.
So is this actually physically
yeah.
possible?
You can place lots of dead pieces if you want. You know. And you can overwrite pieces that you've placed. But be careful, because he says, uh-oh, which, basically, if you replace a piece, it, increases the rate at which it,
Excuse me, the bathroom.
At the rate at which it progresses. So you gotta be careful with replacing pieces. So we'll just randomly place pieces until we get the one we want, and there we go. We did it. We prevented him from pissing his pants.
Kid.
We did it! And then you lose points for every unused piece you place. So it's kind of extraordinarily unfair. Because it doesn't give you a preview of the pieces, it punishes you for overwriting pieces, and it punishes you for putting pieces off to the side. So that's, you know, it's not great, not good, could be better. Yeah, I think we'll be good if we can find the pieces we need to plug these in. That one there for now. Come on, give us the noodle. There we go.
Excuse me, the bathroom. You did a great job.
Even though I complain about this game, it is a perfectly serviceable Pipe Dream clone. It functions, and here's some garbage pieces that you can't override. The biggest problem with this minigame is
the bathroom. Thank goodness for your help,
Pipe
buddy.
Dream or Pipe Mania was something that you could get on just about every computer. It came in like the Microsoft Entertainment Pack, and it came in the Best of Microsoft Entertainment Pack. So I would say it was one of the most prolific and available games on the Windows-based computers. Like, if you had games on your computers, Pipe Dream was going to be one of the major games that you would have had, or someone would have given you at some point. So it's not so super necessary.
Can I say one thing?
You can, but it better be PG.
What I was gonna say is, am I the only one who sees something maybe a little wrong about a man who's helping a man who's asking somebody who's a soon-to-be a child help him pee?
Well, yes, but, you know.
That is another major ethical question here, but I was mostly just wondering how this man isn't dead, given how his bladder was laid out evidently.
You might notice, I am actually still playing this. I really genuinely like Pipe Mania. I love these pipe games, so even if it's not great, I'm really a big fan of this sort of clicking pipe placement games. So you have to bear with me. I will quit after this round, but I do enjoy these. So even though it's not the best, you know, at least it's playable. I gotta give it that. You know, you can play it physically. It works. It's functional. And yeah, they've introduced pieces that, you know, move around the board. So not as much variation as actual Pipe Mania or Pipe Dream, but could
Excuse me, the bathroom, please.
What's
I don't think I can.
Crap, where's my noodle? There we go. Everything should be under control. Yeah. I have done it. More Pipe
You did a
yeah, okay,
great
so that's,
job, kid.
That's that. I mean, I don't know if it gets more complicated later on, but doesn't matter. So here's this guy.
All right, people, keep those knees up, breathe deep, exhale, and listen. Your kidneys wash your blood. The blood passes through the capillaries, or tiny blood vessels, in the kidneys. When the dirty blood travels through the capillaries, it is cleaned by removing all liquid from the blood, dividing the waste from the good stuff, and then putting the good stuff back into the blood. Cool, huh? For some more cool pee-pee facts, just give me a quick click.
I mean, I don't have.
I like
I
how
don't want
confused
to
this
touch
man looks
this
most
man
of
and
the
his
time.
character. I just want to. I will just put him there, and you go, yeah, because, yeah,
Let's.
like,
Yeah. What can we say?
Nothing about this game is kind of
I don't
anyone,
want to touch
basically.
this. I don't want to get in some sort of. Yeah,
See how cool
right.
pee-pee can be? It's a whole new
Of course she
world.
loves piss.
Did you know
I mean, this is
nocturnal
just, of course.
enuresis is very
Let's go
common
with
in young
BO
children,
and sweat.
even you.
Smelly
Don't
feet.
get all. Good choice. You'll meet Buddy Outdoor in this lab, and he's the guru of sweat. Yesterday he told me your body cells work best when your body temperature is 98.6 degrees. Your body works really hard to stay at this temperature, sweating if you get too hot, shivering if you get too cold.
98.6
Make sure to bring a
degrees,
change of
man.
t-shirts,
You'd be on
and I'll see
fire
you at
at
the
that
lab.
temperature.
Check this out, all you smelly sock-sniffing fans. We have a very special guest with us today, my old pal, Buddy O'Dour. He was my one-time co-worker, roommate, and best little buddy when we both used to work down at the Corning Pacific Deodorant Refinery. Ah, yes, it takes me back to my youth as a professional shoe and underarm sniffer. I remember all the experiments on BO, all the labs dedicated to the study of smelly feet, all the papers I wrote on sweat, all the funky shoes, and the smelly gross people I had to sniff, all those endless stinking armpits that had to be treated with the company's lame deodorant roll-on, then sniffed by me and Buddy. Oh my goodness!
This woman sure is a
And then
fetish
there
and a
were all
half.
the
I
explosions,
mean, I've said
all the
that,
toxic waste spills, all the fires. And then, that awful, awful day when Buddy was helping me sniff this really gross lady's armpits for a
I
prize study.
sincerely
He
hope there's
slipped on a
no
deodorant bar,
such
slid
nature
across
of
the
this.
floor, ricocheted off a forklift,
Well, that's
straight
today's
through a retaining
GC9x
wall, fell down
challenge.
4 stories of steps,
Rule
into a room
34 of
full of
Miss
empty boxes.
Gingivitis.
He stumbled
Please
with a box
don't
on
link
his
it in
head
the
into
comments.
another
Keep
room,
it to
tripped
yourself.
and landed in a huge
Please
vat
don't.
of liquid deodorant roll-on. Formula number 99.
I'm not
Yeah,
getting
any links in
It
the
took us 3
comments,
days
we're
to
not
get him out,
clicking.
and he was never quite the same since. Of course, he blames the accident on me, as if I dropped the deodorant bar on the floor that he slipped
So
on.
this game has a lot of
Oh,
dialogue,
wait,
which is really
I did.
good.
Anyway,
Uh,
Buddy went on to become one
I'm
of the
sure
greatest
kids like
scientific
this.
minds in the field of sweat, BO, and smelly feet. He doesn't get many dates, but his mother's proud of him anyway. Buddy, come on in here. So, Buddy's gonna give us all some really cool facts about sweat, BO, and smelly feet. To hear more, just give him a nudge. Back here is a cool model that you can check out. When you're ready for a closer look at Buddy, just click the brain icon on the chalkboard. In the meantime, don't forget to keep your gas mask handy. I'll see you back at the main hall.
Smelly sweat comes from sweat glands located mostly in the armpits, but also in the crotch area, anus, and your scalp. Give me a nudge and I'll
No, I
tell
don't
you
think you're
more
telling me any more
about
about
BO.
anuses. Thanks, man. Let's move on to the game.
Hello out there. I'm Ricardo Lardo, America's best-smelling game show host, and you've tuned into Something Special in the Air, where we test your knowledge of really stinky stuff. Okay, we have one olfactory challenge
Okay,
contestant here
one.
with us today, and
We're just gonna do this.
sorry,
So even
no
though this
match,
thing sets it up
amigo.
as kind of
Contestant number one, your
something a little bit more
move.
interesting, it's actually just a match game.
No. Sorry.
That's
Well,
well down.
This is
Or
actually
for
an
the course, though.
absolutely abysmal match
Nope.
game, even as far as match
Nope.
games go. Because if you have a look, you'll notice that
No.
some of these items
It's a
are
match.
the exact same
Make
thing.
ready for the
Alright, so
questionator.
you have to answer. This is the
And now
more
for a
entertainment-y game. You
$5
have to answer a question. Let's go with sweat oils. I guess it was sweat salt.
Ooh,
Skin
wrong
oil? Who
answer,
knows?
contestant number
Don't
one.
care.
We're going to have to deduct some D.
Yeah, so quite a few of these matches are just color cycled, which is extremely unfriendly for colorblind people.
Ooh. No. Ooh. It's a match. Good job.
And
Bring
another
on
question.
the questionator.
Guns found in the armpits
for
and
$10.
crotch. There you go.
Contestant
I
number
got
one
10 points.
scores.
And with that, I'm not even going to continue playing that game. I really can't be bothered.
Listen to this. Adult sweat is sticky, milky, and gluey-like and dribbles in little beads from their pores. This sweat doesn't really smell bad until bacteria munch on it. To get rid of the smell, adults use deodorants that contain chemicals that poison the stink-making bacteria. Want to hear about smelly feet?
Do I want
Give
to
me a
hear
nudge.
about smelly feet? No, please keep that to your Tumblr. Alright, let's go to the main hall again.
Please leave this. Please leave this place and never come back.
Actually, you
Sorry.
can
Okay, we got
sweat glands
scabs
under
and
your fingernails
wounds,
or toenails.
and
Weird,
we've got
huh?
poop. But I will save poop for the end, so let's do scabs, wounds, and blisters.
Cool! Time to check out a big bloody wound. Did you know that a teaspoon of blood contains about 1 million platelets?
I don't know what a platelet is,
See you
so
in the
that wasn't
scabs,
very
blisters, and
useful.
wounds lab.
And now, in this corner, with a record of 15 wins and 0 losses, Miss Grossology 1974, Ginger Vitus. And in this corner, with a record of 0 wins and 2,986 losses, ripped apart.
Yo, thanks, Mom. I love you, man. This one's for yo. I mean you.
Well, I guess
I
this
quite
is
like
as good a
Ripped
time as
Apart.
any
He's
to
a funny
introduce our
character,
next guest.
and he's got a
the
good
guy I'm pounding the
rocky
snot out
voice.
of is the one
Sylvester
and only
Stallone voice.
Ripped Apart, the most losingest professional boxer in history, having been beaten in the ring in so many ways by so many people. Rip has developed a very keen knowledge of scabs, wounds, cuts, blisters, blood clots, hemorrhages, infections, and the agony of defeat. And after I get through with him, he's going to share some of his insights with us, okay? Hey, come on, don't give me that look. The only way he would agree to come speak was for me to challenge him to a fight. So I want him to feel like he had a little competition. That's all.
You big meanie.
It's okay, Mom. I'm all right.
I ought to get in there and kick your butt, Vitus.
Okay, I better get the heck out of here before this gets out of hand. Ripped Apart will give you some really cool facts about scabs, wounds, and blisters when you click on them. Back here is a cool model that you can check out when you're ready for a closer look at Rip's wounds. Click on the brain icon on the chalkboard.
Let's see what happens if we drag these. Ah, scab forms. Oh, that's alright. Now we click him.
Okay, go get him, champ. You can do it. Kick his butt. Hey, wait a minute. Why am I cheering the guy who's gonna fight me? I better tell you this and get the heck out of here. A teaspoon of blood contains about 10 million red blood cells, depending on your size. Want to hear more? Give me a punch.
Well, we don't need to punch him again, but let's click the scabs. You know, some information about scabs and how your white blood cells work. This is pretty useful information. This is nice. Who doesn't want to learn about that? That's actually genuinely helpful. Oops, I have clicked the wrong button. Let's go back to... Yes.
You know, I wonder how much of this information is still accurate these days.
Well... I mean, most of it's pretty basic, so I assume it's
Yo,
predominantly
there you are.
pretty close
The
to
last time
accurate.
I saw you, did I tell you blood clots are good when they form to heal a wound, but bad when they form in a blood vessel and block the flow of blood? Ooh, This is rare, but it can be harmful or fatal. Want to hear
At
more?
least it's not a dinosaur
on,
game, because,
me.
you know, the issue there is...
I like the old dinosaur designs. They're cool with feathers. Yeah, I like them both. But, the outer layer of your skin is called the epidermis. Probably.
Ow! Oh! 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 My arm! Ooh! Look at my arm! It's got a big open cut on it and stuff. Call
Yeah,
a doctor!
definitely call a
Get
doctor
nurse!
if your arm looks like
Quick!
this, kids.
Ooh, what a wound I got! Hey, if you squint your eyes just so, it looks like a game board. Check out the bacteria and the white blood cells. Now, depending on which one you choose to be, when it's your turn,
Yeah, it's
you'll
fine.
want to sandwich
I think
your
I'm white
opponent
blood cells, so let's do this. So this is one of these games. You know, where you click the end of something and then you capture it, and then you kind of just do that. This game's much easier to play than it is to explain the exact way that it works. But, I mean, it should be pretty clear how it works. Also, in a very nice touch, this game actually shows you what you'll capture when you move the mouse. This one actually gives you some rather useful information in terms of how to play it, which is really nice. This is yeah.
I think that's the only kind of the reversey / Othello thing I've seen that
It's
does
quite
that.
possible. This game's aimed at kids, so it's not trying to be super impossibly challenging, so it's happy to preview the move for you. Which is nice, since sometimes these rules can get extremely confusing and abstract, especially for children. You know, figuring out what's actually supposed to happen can be a little bit of a head-scratcher. But this game's pretty good. I like the little animations. There's a nice little ditty of a tune playing.
Yo, 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 yo.
And does some good little animation with the monster, bacteria, or white blood cell things. No, overall pretty good, this one, actually. I think it has difficulty settings. I've probably got it set to easy, but I will check. I'm not particularly trying to win here, I'm just trying to finish the game.
You know, I will say this game has better music than you'd expect from a game like this.
Mm-hmm. Some of the typeface work is really nice, too.
And there we go. I lost.
Now that's an infection. The
Wow,
bacteria wins.
How did that happen?
I'd have to check the video. I wasn't paying it. I was literally just clicking. I wasn't paying any attention at all. Yeah, so it's got easy, medium, and hard. So again, some decent longevity in that game. Music's alright, gameplay's fine. This one supports 2 players, so again, you can play it with 2 people, so you know, that game and the Puyo game put together, the Columns game put together, it's a decent package.
Hey, in honor of my most worthy opponent, who has helped me become the king of the cut, I must say, a scar sometimes forms after a cut heals. That's because the new skin that your body makes is less flexible. Want to hear
And
more?
some more useful information.
Give me a bunch. Make
And you
my
might think
day.
we're almost through this game. We still have at least 2 games to go. Boy, is it the game that just keeps on giving, right?
Now that's a cool lab. Did you know your blood travels throughout your body about 1,000 times every day? That's a lot.
Did we do Boff yet? I don't think we did Boff. I'm gonna click it.
Hey, check this out! The invention of fake barf was an accident. Some guy was working on a new type of plastic. Some of the plastic spilled, and when he cleaned it up, he noticed junk had collected in it and made it look like fake barf. He gave up inventing and went into the fake barf business instead. Cool, huh? Now, if you're really ready to hurl, let's go to the barf lab. Oh, wow. I don't feel very good.
I'm getting used to
Man,
occasion that fake
like I just
barf
got back
thing.
from the school
You
cafeteria,
don't trust
and they
Miss
have this
Gingivitis'
awesome special on
accurate
burritos.
statements?
Like, well, I had 10. Oh, have you ever eaten something and then felt ill? Sort of like you're gonna
From the
upchuck?
Where did she get her PhD
Grossology.
from?
You've been paying attention to this game at all?
Every time your grandmother serves her sardine surprise casserole, or maybe her baked tuna and seagull lasagna. Man, when my granny serves that up, I blow chunks hard. Oh, wow. After those burritos and the thought of Granny's casserole, I think I'm gonna blow.
I'm glad we didn't actually
That's
have to
better.
watch her vomit.
You know,
That
it's
might have
not
been
just
too
eating or
much.
drinking too much of Granny's food that makes you lose your cookies. Lots of other things can make you vomit as well. Like, oh boy, here it comes again.
Too bad, people.
Bacteria.
We're through the looking glass.
Or viruses. Body infections. And poisonous substances.
Man, what is this woman's stomach capacity?
I've got to go to the nurse's station. I think I just puked my gallbladder out. In the meantime, we invited a very special student from last year to come join
I know
us
a couple
today.
of Japanese
He holds
artists that
the
would be really
Guinness
interested in
record
this
of
game.
The most pukes during class time. His name is Ralph Alloverum, and he's become quite an expert on what makes people vomit, puke, heave, upchuck, technicolor yawn,
Well,
dry
there's some
the
good
porcelain
euphemisms for
rig, or
vomiting
just
if you
plain
were
old
interested in it.
barf. Ralph will be sharing what he learned about barfing from his efforts to avoid doing just that on his classmates. Ralph will give us some really cool facts about puke.
It's a Nigel
Just click on
Thornberry
him.
before he
And
went
back here's a
insane and
cool
filmed
model that you
nature
can check out
photography.
when you're ready for a closer look. Oh, click on the brain icon on the chalkboard. In the meantime, stay away from the burritos down at the cafeteria, and I'll see
So
you
let's pick
later.
Nigel here.
Check this out, mates. You should never try to make yourself barf. It's dumb and dangerous. Making yourself puke all the time can destroy your stomach, throat,
This guy's
mouth,
surprisingly,
and teeth.
you know, not like weird at this point. You know, like just some guy. Yeah, that's great. There you go. You put the bath on his face. Well done. I'll take him one more time. Smashing.
Well, I do say this is going smashingly well, chum. So let's carry on then. Imagine a 2-liter bottle of soda. That's how much digestive juices the glands in your stomach excrete every day. Busy little chaps, aren't they? So, there it is, mate. Go on and give me a nudge and I'll tell
Go to the
you more about
exploratory lab.
vomiting and
You get a
barfing.
nice solid cutaway of the entire character. You can learn all about vomiting. I'm not going to, but you're free to do that in your own time.
Jolly good shoe.
How long is your esophagus? Well, this is difficult for me because I don't use the, you know, terrifying United States of bullcrap measurement system. So I'm just gonna click at random. Correct answer is 10 inches. Oh, we got kicked out because we guessed wrong too many times. If someone swallows something poisonous, a doctor may give
Oh,
them
I
an
didn't actually look
emetic,
at it.
which excites the vomiting center in the brain to make them throw up. Doesn't sound right. Really, true. I didn't think doctors generally induce vomiting.
Welcome to the You Are Gross Emergency Room Hospital. As you know,
Yeah, so this
you are here
minigame
today attempting to get your
isn't
board
about the,
certification as a registered vomitologist.
It doesn't involve that British guy.
To do this,
It's just a
you will
completely
examine
different
a
character
series
set.
of patients. Now, you must carefully examine the patient's
Curious?
files
Was this one
and
incomplete
the
or something?
nurse's
No,
notes
this is
on that
actually one of the
patient
more robust
to
games.
determine what ails them. Use our
It's also
special
one of the
X-ray
ones that is
machine
closest
to reveal
to
what is inside
genuine
the patient's
edutainment.
stomach. Oftentimes, this will give you clues as to what could be causing the problem.
Wait,
When you
skip
think
all
you
this,
are ready
that's
to
fine. So what you do is you get a patient, and you get a medical readout, and it tells you a little bit about them, what their symptoms are, what they did, and then you can see what's detected. So she has viruses and mucus. She woke up, fever, cramps, running, vomiting, reports that Kathy was feeling a little weak the night before and had a headache. So, what we need to do is, I think we can,
Now, you must carefully examine the patient's files and the
the nurse's notes. So, where's the... Is that the notes? Yeah, so we have to sort of work out what the patient has wrong with her. So, virus and mucus. So we got to assume that it is a viral infection, presumably.
Alright, darling. The resident has made the diagnosis, so let's move it on down to the recovery room so you can get some lovely medicine for viral infection.
And then we get another patient. And this time they have... Their stomach only has saliva in it.
This kind of reminds me of Part of Life and Death. Anyone remembers that game?
Yeah, it is quite... It's very much like Life and Death Light.
Except you can't jab a needle into your patient's eyes.
They didn't appreciate your Freddy and Krueger impression.
Well, she seems to have been vomiting at the exact same time constantly. And I believe that that is a symptom of pregnancy, isn't it? Like morning sickness? So let's see if it's that.
Alright, darling. The resident has made the diagnosis.
Looking on.
So let's move it.
And then we have this distressing looking giant baby monster here. They have mucus. Poison's chemical. Well, alright, watch out for that. Bile and saliva. He was found underneath the sink vomiting. Alright, well, that's... I'm pretty sure we can go with chemical poisoning here.
Alright, darling.
Suffering from cramps. Hydrochloric acid. Don't drink that. Germs and bacteria. He became ill shortly after arriving at a small remote village in location in Mexico. Of course it would be Mexico. They don't like Mexicans in this game.
No, they don't.
So he drank bottled water with ice from the hotel, so I'm assuming that he is supposed to have harmful germs and bacteria from the ice. So let's just,
Alright, darling. The resident has made the
yeah, it keeps going, you know. We get a lot of these. Mucus, saliva. You don't have to take these off, but it makes it easier to work out what's going on. Okay, this seems like a description for someone who vomited just because they were grossed out, so... I don't think that's an actual medical diagnosis, but...
Alright, darling.
I say, for a resident, you've done a swell job. You'll make one great vomitologist. However, you're not there yet. Still, it's my pleasure to promote you to...
So what happened here is I
resident.
believe we got them
Keep
all
up the
right.
good work.
If you get them wrong, you get taken to another screen where you get to see your patients being sick. And then you just sort of get to go and make guesses again. So it doesn't really punish you for failure, this one. It just keeps you... maybe I'll just make a random guess and hope that it's wrong. So let's just... viral infection here. I think if I click your progress, it might show me my, yeah. You can click the, patient.
I don't think your diagnosis of viral...
It shows you that you've got something wrong, and you can go back and do it again. But we won't do any more. You get the point. It gets more complicated until you are promoted to vomitologist or whatever. Actually, semi-educational. Not too bad, that
Sage,
one.
did you know that germs
Not
are
much
all over
replayability,
the
but
place?
what do you expect?
The
There's like
acids in
12
your
games in
stomach
this
keep
game.
you from constantly being sick because most of the germs that are in food or drink get killed. However, some germs may survive, grow in your stomach.
Let's go back to the main hall. So
I hope the
before we
bark
do the
lab didn't make
pinball
you
game,
blow
let's click
chunks or
Sound Lab.
puke your brains out. La, la, la. Hey, have you ever wanted to create a really gross musical composition? Well, you've come to the right place. It's easy to do. Just pick some background music you like, then add gross sounds to create your own unique, outrageous songs to share with family and friends.
Anyone want to make a
Click
little
over here
scat
to select
remix?
background
'Cause here
music
we
for your
go.
composition. We've got everything, darling, from rock to rap. Click on the various band.
So our music choices are funky, country, tango, techno, bossa nova, I have actually no idea what that is, blues, rap, and heavy metal. So let's go with rap.
I would have gone with techno, but yeah, rap works too.
We'll do it techno as well. So you hit play, and I think it should start the music up. Come on.
Also,
yeah, you got the sound effects.
never mind. I was gonna make a joke, but I don't think it's gonna work out. I was gonna say that that guy rapping looks like I am mean.
Oh, I think we have to press record.
Oh my god, he does.
Here we go. This is our rap. Oh yeah, coming at you live. Let's get swifty. You guys feeling this on, on the road where the gangs happens, right? Welcome to the Hood Street. This good music that I have written better than y'all haters. That's my rap. Hope you guys liked it. I'm pressing stop. Yeah, and
You've become the latest member of Odd Future, KaL. Congratulations.
And yeah, it records it, so you can save it, I believe. Let's hit save here.
What does this export to?
Let's hit export. Ah, yes, it can export to a WAV file. You can export it out as a WAV. You could.
Okay, we gotta make a song and put it up as like a downloadable thing with video description.
Yeah, well, let's try techno. We can make a song a little later. Let's hit record on the techno. Oh yeah. Blip 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 blip. Blip 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 blip. It won't record the me talking, but I guess you can splice in human sound effects. Gotta get the Euro lady singing just like some random words about flashlights or techno cars or something. What is the we are computer or whatever? What is it that they do? Oh, we ran out of music. Too bad. I guess that's the song. This is I mean, it's an alright thing for kids, but not a very good music maker. There's just not, you can't bring in the, you can't make actual things that sound nice with it. It's all just gross sounds rather than stuff that kind of suits music in any way, shape, or form. But that's alright. Another thing that kids might dick around with for, 10 seconds or so. Oh, right, we're not ready for the gross out exam. I'm not gonna do that. So does anyone want to click songs here? Because there's a whole bunch of songs. Let's click Ice Cream Spit. No, that doesn't sound. Nature Calls. This is from the credits.
3 hours in a car, not an exit in sight. I'm gonna tinkle all over the road, yeah.
Got the credits, the lyrics.
My bladder's about to explode.
I hope that was good for everyone else, because,
Grammy material?
I envy those people who can burp.
And by that I mean not that.
Just swallow air and a burp will come up.
I've tried it so often, but I just cannot do it. That makeup Welch erupts. No, it's a sing-along, people. Soda, and my cheeks will swell out like a balloon, and I'll let out a fine mouth explosion. I hope that it happens real soon. Alright, I'm done with that. Let's never go back to that ever in the rest of our lives.
11 different Grossology labs you can go to. You can get a specialist.
Alright, guys. You've sat through a hell of a lot of this, and here it is, the final screen, other than
Boy,
Gross
I
Out,
can
which
tell
we're
you a
never going
story
to look
about
at.
any one of these. Like that time I went to Mexico and drank a half a gallon of water from a well. Jeez, I was in the bathroom for a week with the runs. You know, it's not unusual that travelers get diarrhea from drinking or swallowing different kinds of bacteria found in the food or
what
water
is Segasoft's
in foreign
problem?
countries.
Jeez.
There's a lot more where this came from. Let's go check it out.
Like, seriously?
Like, what the frick is these people's damage? Like, really?
Oh, here I am. Whoa, smelly. I guess I shouldn't have had that bean salad for breakfast, huh? Well, it's true. Some foods can make you cut the cheese. Like dairy products, cabbage, apples, radishes, broccolis, onions, cauliflower beans, and of course, Aunt Millie's infamous tuna salad surprise. Oh, wait. That last one gives you diarrhea. Anyway, in this lab, we'll see how farts and poops are made and also hear a little about the dreaded Trotskys, or diarrhea. To get things rolling, we've invited Paul, the butt crack plumber, to help us demonstrate the human digestive process as it relates to
You know
poop,
you got a serious
diarrhea,
ass crack
and
when your
farts.
nickname is the
And
butt
without
crack.
further ado, here's Paul. Thank you, Paul. I think. In Paul's line of work, he's become an expert on poop and diarrhea. And that's not because of all the bean and cheese burritos he's scarfed down over the years, but because he once attempted to build the world's most ultimate toilet. Well, in his years of grueling research, Paul learned all the ins and outs of the human digestive system, and when, where, and why people are most likely to poop or have diarrhea. Sadly, in the end, his invention failed, so all Paul's work went down the drain, and he subsequently became a plumber. Too bad. Anyway, Paul brought a nifty demonstration of the human digestive system to share with us.
What a great guy. Yeah, so you can summon poop, and you can put it on Paul's head. Oh, and you can put diarrhea on his head, too.
It looks like a tasteful wig. Except it's the opposite of tasteful and the opposite of a wig.
And you can do this. This is great. You can just do this, and you can do this some more. And, you know, great. Great, you know, like, it's a good game, this one. You know? I think we've ran out. It won't let us do any more because it'll break the game, I guess. Let's click Paul.
The putty-like waste we call poop you deposit in the toilet there contains undigested food materials from the previous day, along with water, salts, skin cells, and little living creatures called bacteria. Cool, huh?
Alright, let's click the Explore Lab, because what you really needed to see was Paul's colon here. Let's learn about his anus.
The opening at the
Yep,
end.
this is what we wanted. This is what we paid money for. This is the money shot. A pulsating cutaway of an anus. Just gonna leave this on screen for a bit so everyone can enjoy this. Surprisingly graphic, I guess. Very useful stuff if you need to learn about anuses. Now,
You know,
something?
I have to wonder,
I just found
is this
out
the first
your
game that uses
small
the word
intestine
butthole?
is actually longer than your large intestine. It's only
I don't
called
think so.
small because it's so narrow.
alright, so let's go to the game because it's worth it. Stout beans are the only food item. Here we go. The greatest pinball game ever conceived.
Okay, now, the object of the game is to get as many points as...
Oh, the music screwed up a little bit. Oh well. That'll just add to the effect.
Wow, seeing you take out all those things that really make you fart makes me want to fart. Stand back.
I don't think you can argue with me that this is the greatest game
Maybe
ever
you should
conceived.
try again, huh?
So, how are the physics?
Hey, watch it, pal.
If the ball was literally made out of shit, this would be what the physics were like. Because they are not good. They are actually really, really bad. I can actually describe it a little bit more accurately. They feel kind of like the basketball physics from the Incredible Machine.
Cut it out!
You know, like, some people think that, what's the name? Devil Crush is the best themed pinball machine ever, but they have never played this game.
Good job!
I mean, how many pinball machine games let you spell fart and poop with the,
cut it out!
score spaces over there? I mean, how many? I bet the answer is one.
Good luck, sucker. You'll need it in the bonus round.
Now we have to prepare for the bonus round. That's right, guys. It even has a bonus round. It really is just a modern triumph of pinball machine ingenuity. I know my colleagues have been struck completely silent by the glory that is this. And I understand, it's a lot to take in.
Well, at least you're getting a good score, I guess.
This is actually the best I have ever done at this pinball machine. Every time you press the flipper, it makes a fart sound. And we've already reached the pinnacle of human achievement. It's all backwards from here. I know the music is being covered by the MIDI issue here, but it's actually really nice. It's a really catchy tune. It sounds like a rejected Sonic song. I will see if I can get a cleaner rip of it, and play that at some point, because it's really nice. It's got this really good beat to it. Come on, I want to get that last piece of toilet paper. I mean, will I get like an amazing score bonus if I get that? Aw, no! Got a ball. Well. Oh yeah, you can press spacebar to get your fart power. Spell, yes! We did it. Do we go to the, yeah, it's the same bonus stage. I mean, if this doesn't make us like $500,000 on Patreon, I'm gonna be very, very, very surprised.
I can just see your subscriber count just plummeting.
I will lose every subscriber that exists, and you know, like, I think people will give me negative subscriptions, you know? Like, they'll find
This is
a
our
way.
last video. This is where it ends.
Yes, this is the last piece of GC9x content that will ever exist, because they're gonna take us off YouTube for this. Hey, it's a different bonus stage. Neat. Great, there's more than one.
You're good. You're real.
Yeah, I'm real good at matching the left and right shift buttons. I'm great at it. Yes!
This is quite a thing I'm hearing right now.
Good job.
This is it, you know? This is it. I actually don't think you can win this. I don't even know what the goal of the machine is. I don't think you can, We spelled fart again. Oh, you can see him. He's crapping on the toilet. Great. He craps on it, then he cleans it. Another bonus stage. There's at least 3 different kinds of bonus stage. Wow. What a grandiose amount of effort to put on this particular thing. Come on. Come on. Let's get the last bit of TP.
I think I can see why Sega doesn't like to talk about Sega Soft anymore.
Did you want to talk a bit about Sega Soft while we are trying to play the pinball game?
What is their deal? Like, what is are they like a division of Sega? Because they never seem to associate much with them.
Yeah, it was like their PC division, kind of. We spelled poop! We did it! I'm so glad this game exists. So there is a kind of semi-multi-ball thing going on. Fantastic. And you can see that you can spell anus on the left-hand side. So, you know. Oh, the top bar spells fecal. And we managed to spell anus. And I guarantee this is the only pinball machine where you can spell anus. I'd like to thank Bob for recommending this game.
Oh, good. Have them blame it all on me.
Is this a different board as well? Is that a 4th unique bonus stage? Or is this a...
Man, they put a lot of effort into this.
Well, I mean, with a pitch like pinball, but toilets, how could you resist?
And you can spell anus.
You can spell fecal. I think you spell rectum. I mean, what's not to like? Ah! Great. Never talk about Grossology again. Thanks for coming out, everybody.